Hey guys, good evening. Oh wow, it's a great evening. We're just gonna roll this here real quick, and we're gonna give it a few seconds. Hey, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is for wherever you're at. I had a wild hair tonight. I was getting ready to just kind of do some work on a few things, and it's 9:19, and I thought, no, I'm going to share a few things with everybody. So, good evening tonight. We're going to look at a few secret scribbles to really change the way we do things, okay, to help us to generate some traffic to our funnels, to our home pages. I'm reading a great book. I'm not even going to tell you what it is, but I've got some information out of it, and it's actually called Traffic Secrets. I highly recommend it. But I'm going to talk about working our way in and earning our way in, working our way in and earning our way in. The number one thing is um, basically I just wanted to talk about digging our well before we're thirsty. Let me say that again. Dig your well before you're thirsty, guys. Sometimes we don't take the necessary planning. You've got to plan things. I've been in business a long time. I tell everybody, if you just did the exact opposite of most of the crap I've done, you'd be a massive success. Because I was an idiot. you know there's a thing called great faith, and there's another thing called divine stupidity. I walked in a lot of divine stupidity. And I believe that experience is a wonderful teacher. When it's someone else's, when it's yours, it's an expensive time waster. And I'd rather learn from others. So now I've started to invest in others, and I've started to invest in their knowledge, and I've started to learn from their mistakes and their pitfalls. Because my sister Kathy, she loves horses. She loves them. And my sister Kathy is the bionic woman from the waist down. she has gotten knocked off her horse more times than I can share to speak about. But I asked her one day, and I said, Kathy, what's easier, to get knocked off a horse or to climb down? And she said, oh, it's easy to get knocked off. Now I know there's people that do it for a living and they know how to get knocked off a horse. But when you're just riding a horse and it's going at full gallop, or if it bucks you off, you don't have to know anything. You will land on the ground real quick, guys. So, with that being said, we're going to get into a few things about some education tonight, just some education. I said, well, what do you mean it's easier to get knocked off? Oh, she said, it's a lot easier to get knocked off. It's just less painful when we climb down. But it takes effort to climb down, guys. It takes a lot of effort to get off that horse. So anyway, okay, now step one, you've got to dig your well before you're thirsty. In other words, there's some planning that you've got to do. You've got to come up with a list. Start thinking about who your ideal client is, who your dream client is. Start thinking about, where do they congregate? What do they like? What do they dislike? Do they have families? Do they have children? Who is your client? Who are you wanting to serve? Who are the influencers of your clients? Who are the influencers? How can you work or buy your way in? Okay. So now that you have your Dream 100 and you've discovered these 100 people, 200 people, 300 people, people say, I don't know that many people. Oh, yes, you do. Pull out your phone and go through the list of contacts on your phone. Clean your phone out one of these days and just go through it and just find out, who do you know? Who do you know on your Facebook? I've seen some Facebook profiles where you got 1,700, 2,000, 5,000 people in your list, and you're saying you don't know anybody. How about your LinkedIn, your connections? Who do you go to? Who are these people? Now, I didn't mean 5,000 people are the wrong ones. So pick your Dream 100, pick your Dream 200, 300, 400, and then start strategizing with the influencers of those. Who do you want to reach, but who is reaching those already? And then go to where those are already. So now that you have your Dream 100 and they are your dream customer and they have your dream customers. See, a lot of times we focus on the dream customer, but not on the influencer of the dream customer. So let's suppose your customer is Sally, and Sally is married, and Sally has 2 kids, and Sally is juggling school and parenting, and you are trying to sell parenting courses, and you're trying to sell them to Sally directly, but who is Sally buying from already? Who is Sally being influenced by already? That should be our Dream 100. Okay. So the next question you should be asking yourself is the same question I asked myself. Okay. The same question I asked: how do I get my message in front of their audiences? Because I want to go after, I'm reminded of the movie Chris Gardner. It was The Pursuit of Happiness. And if you really pay attention to the movie, he had to dial for dollars. He was smiling and dialing. And while he was learning how to be a stockbroker, one of his jobs was to pick up the phone and call all these execs and managers and hedge fund builders and all that. And he was trying to get them to convert their portfolio to Dean Witter. And that was in that movie. And he said, man, he kept calling and kept calling and he kept calling. He kept calling. He was like, man, I'm getting nowhere fast. And he's digging a hole faster than he could shake a stick at. And he said, man, I can't do this. And so he went straight to the top of the list. He went right to the CEO. He said, I'm going to go after the influencer. And so he got a list out of all the influencers, all the movers and the shakers, and he'd show up at their house. He would do everything he could to earn his way in, because he couldn't buy it. So he had to earn his way in to their world. So that's what you got to focus on. Who is your ideal client, but who is your ideal client's influencer? And then the first key to the Dream 100 is that you need to dig your well before you're thirsty. In his networking book, Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty, Harvey Mackay explains that if you want to build a business relationship with someone that's worthwhile, you have to start it before you're ready to make the deal. Okay. The most common mistake that entrepreneurs make when they start their Dream 100 is to wait to start building relationship with those people until their product is ready. I talk to a lot of coaches that want to get certified, and they're going through school and they're trying to get their certification, and they're going to pay thousands of dollars for a certification. And so when they get out, they've got a diploma, they got a certificate that they can frame and post on their wall, but nobody will see it. Because they don't have a website. They don't have a landing page. They don't have a funnel. They don't have a lead magnet. They don't have anything that anybody wants right now. So then they're stuck again with a certificate on their wall, and they've just got their pretty plaques up behind them, but they have no clients. And now they've got to figure out, so dig your well before you're thirsty. See, That's what this is about. So if you want to build a business relationship that's worthwhile, you have to start before you're ready to make the deal. First, I subscribe to everything my Dream 100 are publishing. If they're on your Dream 100, if they are on your Dream 100, they probably publish at least one, if not many platforms. I listen to their podcast, read their blog, watch their stories on Instagram, and join their email newsletter because they will likely be a time in the near future that I will have the chance to actually speak to them. I've met people in the past who have somehow made it through all of my gatekeepers and got a precious few of my time. And I figured out within seconds that they didn't know who I was and only cared about what they thought I could do for them. This happens to me all the time. I get messages, I get direct messages because of what I do and who I am and the videos I post. I get direct messages that say this: "Hi, I ain't got time for that." And then I also get another message that says, "Buy my Bitcoin, Forex, and trading." Well, number one, those are red flags to me. Anytime I see Bitcoin or Forex or investor trading, those are all red flags for me. So what I don't say, I recommend that you don't do that. Build a relationship with people. Know a little bit more about them than they know about you. Like, for instance, if you ever walk into an interview and you flunked horrible because you didn't know a thing about the company that you were applying to. If you're going to apply to a company to go to work for them, know exactly what they do. Go to their website, go to their internet, go listen to their podcast, find out a little bit about them. And so if you want to impress the people, you just repeat their job description back to them. You just share what's on their job description. I'm guaranteeing you will stand out like a sore thumb because nobody else does it. Nobody else. It's just the razor's edge, guys. It's not a lot of work. It's just the razor's edge, just doing it just a little differently, not a lot differently, just a little. I hope this is making sense for somebody out there. Usually I get more comments and I get more, I'm talking and teaching better than you were replying. I think I got a few likes out there, so that's good. Anyway, usually when I tell people to subscribe to everything, they kind of freak out because they don't want to join over 100 people's email list, subscribe to over 100 podcasts, or follow 100 influencers on Instagram. After all, it would take several hours a day to manage that, right? But the truth is, it actually won't. It won't. For the email newsletters, create an email list that is set up specifically for your Dream 100 campaign. Use that new email address to join everyone's list. Make a filter that pushes each person's emails instantly into a folder so that your inbox stays clean. That way, when you're about to call or message a certain person, you can log into that email account, click on their folder, and quickly look at the last dozen or so emails and catch up on what they're publishing. Okay. I also use social apps, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn for two purposes: to produce and publish content and to spy on the Dream 100. I don't use them to be social. Okay. Because this is the fastest way to ruin your life. Okay. I'm not on Facebook to be social. Okay. I'll be social a little bit here and there, answer some questions, but if you're going to be in business, you're not on Facebook to be social. You cannot spend all your waking hours reading everybody's posts that absolutely don't mean anything. You got to know who your Dream 100 clients are. And then you got to know the influencers of those Dream 100 clients. Okay. And then, but seriously, from this point forward, you should never look at yourself as a consumer of social media, but as a producer of it. You produce content and you pay close attention to what your Dream 100 is doing on each of those platforms. That's it. Personally, spend about 15 minutes twice a day quickly swiping through each app to keep your finger on the pulse of your market, and then you close your phone down and you start producing content again. You start producing, okay? After subscribing to your Dream 100's content, try to buy some of their products. What? It's called this allows you to see their funnels and what they're selling on their back end and get a good idea what they're doing, okay? And where you go through their sales process to get ideas of what's working in this market, as well as being able to get on their list to see what types of things they send to their customers. When you're a customer, you can tell them why you love their products. Few things build rapport better and faster than being able to tell someone you're a happy customer. So figure out what they're doing. Get and stop being so damn afraid to get on a video chat or video call with one of your Dream 100s. Stop being afraid to reach out to people. Okay, so this is good stuff here, guys. This is powerful stuff. The third and last thing to do is look for ways you can serve your clients. Okay, stop being a taker only. I'm telling you, this is going to take work, but man, I give more stuff away for free than I think anybody else. I mean, I am a giver. I don't care. And if what I have to give you is all I've got, then I'm not good enough. Let me say that again. If all I give you is free and it's all I've got, and if I don't have a well of wisdom stored up for you later when you decide to actually bite the bullet and want to improve your life and improve your income and improve your whole thing, and you want to be a part of my circle, and then you're willing to invest in that circle, and if I don't have anything left after I've given the free stuff out, then I'm not good enough. I need to just hang it up right now and move on. This is why I read. I'm a constant reader. Readers are leaders. Readers are succeeders. Readers are going to be the movers and the shakers, because you know what happens today? This is our attention span, guys. It's 7 seconds. It's 7 seconds. I mean, if you're not moving and shaking, if you're not blowing up a balloon on Facebook, if you're not viral, I mean, if you don't go viral, then you're not going to get the attention. That's the basic where people are at. So guess what? It is going to separate me down the road from a lot of these coaches that are wannabes, and they're here today and they're gone tomorrow. They're a flash in the pan and they don't last. I'm a slow burn, guys. I'm a slow burn. You're going to love me or you're going to hate me, but you are definitely not going to forget me. When I am on stage with these movers and shakers, you're going to look back at this day and say, you know what? I could have had him as a coach, but I chose not to. I could have had him. I could have been in his circle, but I chose not to. I could have been there with him, but I chose not to. There's a song by Toby Keith that says, how do you like me now? Now that I'm on your radio, how do you like me now? So keep that in mind, guys. The third and last thing I do is look for a way to serve your customers. Right now, I'm not asking them to do anything for me. Okay. I'm digging my well before I'm thirsty to see what I can offer them. One of the best things I can do to help someone after buying their product or listening to their podcast or reading their blog is to talk about it socially. I make a post on my Facebook wall or on my Instagram stories talking about awesome podcast I heard or product I bought, telling other people that they should go buy it while tagging my Dream 100 person in the post. I found that this is one of the easiest things I do to get someone's attention and to provide value to them. But it could be anything from sending them a gift to creating videos or images that they could use for their own marketing. So serve them. For instance, right now let's see who's the comment that we've got tonight. Who's on with me? Love you, Pam. I don't know if you're still on. but I am a huge giver, with a heart full of service. I mean, I will give till it hurts. Mother Teresa said, give till it hurts, whatever I can do to help you along your journey. Because I'm only going to pass this way but once, guys. And that's really the truth. I know this process may seem like a lot of work, and it is, but it's the foundation for your entire company. Not only is it the foundation for getting traffic, it is also the best way to figure out your place in the market's ecosystem. What value do you have that you can provide to this market that is different? What problems are being unsolved by the others in your Dream 100 that you're uniquely qualified to provide, to do? Seeing that your Dream 100 is promising and trying to sell to your dream customers, what hooks they're putting out, what offers are they making, and what beliefs your market has will become the best market research you could ever do to figure out what the gaps are in the market and what offers they need that you create. So here's my assignment to whoever watches this tonight, whoever watches this later, who's ever seeing this on YouTube or wherever we're posting at tonight. What I want you to do is I want you to take some time, do a little bit of market research. If you haven't done this already, come up with your dream customers. Figure out who your persona is, your avatar of your customer. Share a quick story. Sally Beauty Supply. A guy was in Sally Beauty Supply trying to sell his products and services, his new line. And he looks at him and he says, okay, how about this one? How about this one? How about this one? And he's going through his pitch, and this one's red and this one's rouge and this one. And they said, I don't think Alexis is going to like this. So then he goes over and he grabs this one and he says, this one's performing well. And he says, we've got this chart and this chart. And he gets all of his pretty graphs and pretty pictures and all that and shows them everything that they need to know. And he's drawing something up on a board. And they say, I don't think Alexa's going to like that one either. And then he said, well, this one, she's going to definitely like this one. And he's trying to think about who this Alexis is. And they keep asking and they keep turning him down. He's like, well, where is it? And then finally, the third time they turn him down, I don't think Alexis is going to like this. He gets all upset. And he begins to say, he said, who the hell is Alexis? Is she here? Is she a decision maker? I mean, what can I talk to her? Because he's trying to sell a product, not get into a person's soul. See the difference? See, when you try to sell a product and not get into a personal soul, I tell everybody, a lot of people, ask me because what I do, they say, John, what product should I sell? What product? Especially in affiliate marketing. The world of affiliate marketing is full, and network marketers is full. People want to know, what product should I sell? What product should I sell? I tell them, don't focus on the supply and demand, but rather focus on what your soul demands that you supply. Now, that's good, guys. Focus on what your soul demands you supply, because if there's a passion behind what you do, if you're full of passion, guess what is going to happen? You're going to wake up in the morning with a new vigor towards life, and eagerness, a erectness to your carriage. You're going to be powerful. You're going to be resourceful. You're going to be mighty. You're going to be able to do the things that you never thought you were able to do before. And you're going to be able to do it with passion and vigor. And you're going to be able to do it with life and vitality because you're passionate about something. So now that you figured that out, figure out who your dream client is. Go back to their persona, because they took him into a room, and that room was full of a big whiteboard, and it had everything about Alexis. She was married. She had kids. She had wrinkles. She had this, and this was what they were wanting to solve. And every decision they based on bringing on a new product, they ran everything by Alexa, and it had to cross every T and dot every I of Alexa before it would get the approval of the board. And that's Sally Beauty Supply. And they're a nationally known and internationally known beauty supply chain. And they're doing phenomenal business because they have their ideal client. They know who they are going to serve. And then they start focusing on who their influencers of their ideal client are. And then they go after and they market and they focus on the influencers. So I sure hope this maybe has helped. These are just a few Scribble secrets about building your company, building your awareness. This is power-packed information. Please share this video if you like it. Not only like it, but share it. Please make a comment. Let me know where you're at. And I would love to get in touch with you at any time. But man, this is powerful stuff. If you watch this video from front to back, like it did for me, it awakened this stuff that I just taught has awakened something else within me. I mean, I can't sleep. I'm full of energy. I could keep going. But if you like this video, please share it with someone else. Pass it on. Let's get this message out there, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day and God bless.